All right, when I say all praises be to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Harakah Kodash. Double honors be to the apostles who are elders of Great Millstone and rule well. And shalom to all the brethren. Akim out there across the four winds, the four corners of the globe, pushing this good news, this gospel of Yahweh Shai, proclaiming salvation to the elect of Israel, proclaiming slavery and destruction to the heathen nations, and proclaiming destruction to the two-thirds of Israel who refuse to turn back to the righteousness and goodness of Yahweh Shai. So the main topic of this quick lesson is the curses. The nation of Israel are still under the curses written in Deuteronomy the 28th chapter and found throughout many of the scriptures, man. Many of the books in the scriptures, in the Holy Bible, man. And the curses are mainly, in this day and age, man, affecting the two-thirds of Israel. As we can see, Jake, the two-thirds getting shot down in the street by the police, by the Babylon, getting lynched, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Getting ostracized in the workplace, you know what I mean? So, the curses are heavy upon the two-thirds, man. You know what I mean? We've all faced the curses, but, especially the two-thirds, man, because we as the hopeful elect, Yahweh Shai protects us and guides us, man, and has that hedge around us. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So that's why Jake is at the bottom of the totem pole here in America and across the four winds of the earth. So-called black and indigenous people, so-called black Haitians, West Indians, Brazilians, Mexicans, and their descendants scattered across the four winds of the earth. We are on the bottom of the totem pole any and everywhere we go, man. Why? Because that's the curses for our foreparents transgressing the law, statutes, and commandments of the scriptures, man. That's why Jake find himself in the predicament that he in, man. The worst case scenario of Esau, Edom ruling over him with rigor, man, with no mercy. Come, verse. This is the book of Deuteronomy 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Because Jake serve his enemies, man. When you want something to eat, you have to go to the China man, the Arab man. When you want some clothes, you have to go to the East Indian man, the Arab man, man. When you want anything that you want, man, when you need a job, you have to go to a heathen. You know what I mean? When you want some baby formula for your children, some Pampers for your children, who do you go to? The heathen, man, the so-called white man or one of these other heathen nations. You understand why? Because these are the curses written of a foretime that is in effect to this day. To this day, man, Israel is still going through these trials and tribulations, man. You understand? But the Most High, Yahweh Shai, it is rapidly reversing it upon the elect, you understand? The elect is coming up. You know what I mean? We receive that breath of life, the scriptures, our heritage, you understand? This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter, and the yoke of iron, who is known for having a yoke of iron upon their neck? Jake, man, specifically the tribe of Judah here in America. Showing you what? We the real Jews, man. So-called African Americans are the real Jews, you understand? Until he have destroyed me. And if you look at Jake, man, Jake is destroyed. Jake is gang banging. Jake have his pants hanging off his butt, man. Jake is a Uncle Tom. Jake is a sellout, you understand? Jake is a Satanist. Jake is a voodoo priest. Jake is all these things, man. Showing you what? That Jake is destroyed. Let me get that real quick. This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. So this 500 years have felt like forever, man, a very long time, man. And we serving Esau, man, in a land that we doing not, man. Because even though the northern kingdom came over here and indigenous to this land, this is not their original land, man. Their original land is Israel. So even this is a land that is foreign to the northern kingdom, even though the dwellers over here first among mankind, it's still a foreign land, man. And we all know the so-called Negroes, it's a foreign land to them. Why? Because we were kidnapped from the west coast of Africa, from the Ivory Coast, the Gold Coast, you know what I mean? The Negro Coast over there in West Africa. And we were brought over in this Western Hemisphere, you understand? To what? Serve our enemies. We became Catholics. We became, all of this was beaten into us. We became Christians, Pentecostal, Methodists, all these different denominations, Baptists, all these different denominations. What? Under the subjugation of our enemy, the so-called white man, our top chief enemy, the so-called white man, man. And he stole our heritage, man. He called himself a Jew. You understand? That's why they have this big ruckus going on right now about the so-called Jews, about Deshaun Jackson, the NFL player, proclaiming that the Jews are the false Jews, you know what I mean, which Hitler knew, and all these elites knew. No, a lot of the Jews themselves know that they ain't the real Jews, man. You understand? But it's all being brought out in these last and times because what? This is the times of the redemption of Israel, the redemption of the elect of Yasha Allah, back onto Yahweh Shai, man. So everything is going to be revealed, you understand? Every single thing is going to be revealed. The truth is here to stay. You understand? This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flight, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. So going back to 70 AD, man, the Romans, which was that the eagle was the symbol of Rome, came up against us and decimated Jerusalem, and we fed into West Africa. And again, Esau came back again and kidnapped the Hamites, the Ishmaelites, and Esau, and still lost to Esau, Edom, of which every Edomite empire symbol was what? The eagle, man. Showing you that Esau, Edom, is our enemy, you understand? He's not our friend. He's not our buddy. He's not our homeboy. You know, he's the enemy, you understand? A nation of fierce countenance which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young. And Esau, Edom is a brutal regime, man. This is the real authoritarian regime, you understand? For the past 500 years, and going back onto the Greek captivity, the Roman captivity, Esau, Edom is a brutal ruler, man. You know what I mean? Look what they did to our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai. Crucifixion, which is a capital punishment, man. One of the painful, if not the most painfulest capital punishment. Under who? The regime of the Romans, the Edomites. You understand? They had no regard for the old nor the young. You know what I mean? To this day, Jake still catching hell, man. Jake 70, 80 years old on the job, catching bare hell. You understand? Why? Because those curses are omnipresent upon the children of Israel, man. And the only way you're going to lift those curses is by coming back to Yahweh Shai, man. That's why, hey, we as the hopeful members of the elect, man, we're able to maneuver in society without a great deal of problems. Why? Because Yahweh Shai have that hedge around us. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 7. The angel of the Lord encamped round about them that fear him and delivered them. So, hey, Yahweh Shai deliver us, man. We get pulled over by the police. Know what I mean? Our countenance alone, the spirit of Yahweh Shai sup with us. Hey, and the police don't even give you a ticket, man. They let you go, man. Boom. Now, I mean, you get into some trouble on the job, man. And guess what? Yahweh Shai work it out away. Where, hey, you be able to escape getting fired, you understand? Or even if you get fired from a job, you get another job that's even better, man. You're in a better situation, you understand? Why? Because, hey, that's Yahweh Shai showing us, man, showing the paradigm, man. The 2/3, they catching bare hell, man. The 2/3 ready to, hey, go to war with Esau, Edom on a carnal level. But, hey, the elect, man, we looking at everything spiritually, man. Righteously, man, which we waited on Yahweh Shai, man, to deliver us, man. We ain't looking to take things in our own hand. Showing you what? The paradigm between the elect of Israel and the 2/3 of Israel. You know what I mean? Showing you the paradigm between the curses latching on to these 2/3 and the curses being lifted from off of the elect of the 12 tribes of Israel. Verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. And that's why Jake through the transatlantic slave trade, man, and through the Arab slave trade also, man, is serving every god, man. He's serving, you have Jakes over there in India serving Vishnu and Hindu gods, man. Shiva serving Buddha, you know what I mean, serving Allah, serving Rasta, you know what I mean, Selassie, bullshit, you know what I mean, serving Sweet Jesus, serving Jesuakui, serving all type of man, any doctrine, Scientology, any doctrine, any philosophy, which our forefathers have not known, man, which is not the heritage of our forefathers. Jake is serving it, man. Why? The 2/3 of Israel is serving it, man. You understand? Why? Because, hey, they are under those curses, man. You know what I mean? They are under those, and if there's any of the elect serving those gods, man, they're going to be walking out of that sleep. And they're going to be returned unto the righteousness of Yahweh Shai. And this is what we're looking for, man. This is what we've been waiting for all the while, man. We're looking for these curses to be lifted, man. The curses, man, of Esau having dominion over us to be lifted, man. We're looking for redemption from the land of our captivity, you understand? We ain't looking for no reparations. We ain't looking for no to have an alliance with the Jewish community, have an alliance with the white community, all that BS that Jake is pushing, voting, all that BS that Jake is pushing, which is only going to further the curses, man, upon you 2/3, man. You know what I mean? We're looking for redemption from the curses, man. We're looking for the solution, man. And none of you Jakes have the solution. The solution is what? The Holy Scriptures. The voice and the righteousness of Yahweh Shai. That's the answer to the curses and the hell and the predicament that Jake, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans find themselves in. Other than that, if you stray away from this, you're going to continue the curses unto death, man. You know what I mean? Whether it be the martial law, the famine, and ultimately that nuclear destruction, man, of which we, the hopefully elect, looking to be delivered from it. You understand? So with that, I want to say all praises be to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakah Kodash. Double honors be to the apostles who are elders of Great Millstone, who rule and govern well. And shalom to all the sincere brethren acting across the four winds, the four corners of the globe, pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom. Stay strong, Akim.